Alright, so first game that we're taking a look for this summer next fest, I guess. The first one is actually a game that I was surprised that they were making, and I'm quite happy about it as well, which is the Naheulbeuk's Dungeon Master, which is basically a Dungeon Master game, a management of a dungeon, based on the Naheulbeuk's franchise, which is quite funny because this is like I've known the franchise for a long time. It's very popular in France. It was basically, I mean, it started a while back now, and I remember very early on there was this. They made comics of it. It started as like an audio story thing, and then eventually went into novels, and then they remastered it into a. They got the rights and they made it into a comics as well. And I remember very early on, at some point, like reading a comic, and at the end of the comic there was like a section that didn't really talk about the main characters anymore. Didn't really follow the main characters, but was talking more about the actual managing of dungeons. Actually, it was like a small scene apart from the story. And they were just talking about how there is like a ministry of dungeons and stuff like that they have to, you know, get approval from. They got like sanitary stuff. And I always thought that it would be very fun to make like a Dungeon Master game in the Naheulbeuk story, because it would not only be, you know, managing the dungeon, but you would have all of these extra stuff added to it, which could be quite fun. So I was actually surprised that they made this. Well, I mean, it makes sense that they made it, but, you know, I'm happy, I guess, that they made it. So let's take a look. So I wonder to what extent they actually added all of these mechanics into it. So we'll take a look. Build Dungeon to make a demo does not have a save feature. Alright, that is totally fine. And yeah, I think that they released the other game a couple of years ago now. It's nice that they keep making games. Apparently worked decently well. Obviously worked very well in the French community, but I'm not exactly sure how it worked everywhere else. But I'm quite happy that they're making more games with this franchise for sure. Naheulbeuk's Dungeon Master.
For decades, the Dungeon of Naheulbeuk has been one of the crown jewels of the lands of Fang.
Huh, that's funny. I never heard of it when I was studying for my Bitter Warlock Sidekick certification.
Yeah, this is the thing. There's like, you know, studies to become like a sidekick and stuff like that. It's all like structured.
Public relations are tough for independent dungeons.
Yep.
Oh, aren't you affiliated with the Dungeons Fund?
With those unscrupulous parasites? Never. But we do have the most insidious traps, the most cunning guards, the most dreadful monsters, and the most remarkable treasures.
How delightful. May I look around?
No, we've been renovating. The paint's still wet.
Ah, too bad.
Despite our reputation being well established, I've decided that this dungeon needs to take things to the next level.
Yes, the ad made that very clear.
And I need more time for my magical research.
Certainly. So, about my compensation.
Well, let's not quibble over trifles. I'm aligned with industry norms. Not to mention, there's the gratification of joining a renowned wizard.
Of course, of course.
Yes, of course. May I meet the other members of the team?
Well, actually, not today. They're attending a seminar for process improvement. You know what I mean.
Process?
The clock is ticking, and you're not the only applicant. What's your decision? This is a once-in-a-lifetime offer.
I'm interested. Not like I have a choice anyway. No one's hiring half-goblins. There's too much discrimination in this sector. All right, I'm in.
Perfect, perfect. You made the right choice. And now?
Yes?
Get to work, you wretch! I don't pay people to stand around.
Yes, master. All right, let's see. Where is the dungeon staff? What state are the premises in? I'll have a look around the property. I wonder if signing this contract was such a good idea.
Well, I guess it seems quite empty. Rotate the camera. Very nice, very nice. Q on you. And zoom in, yeah. I've done that as well. First step, welcome to the dungeon of Naheulbeuk. The dungeon has been in a poor state for too long. Your mission is to restore it. In other words, make it profitable. As you can see, its reputation is currently at 1, which is really bad. Your goal is to improve it and make it the most feared and attractive dungeon in the land of Bang. Alright, selects Xandar, the master. Where is he? Is he over there? He is over there.
What? My time is precious.
When the president guardian reaches reader, the game is over. Okay. Select the steward. There he is.
I'm going crazy talking to myself.
Hey, the new dungeon steward. In other words, the head steward. Select a minion.
Master?
Minions have an origin, human, a profession, cook, a rank 8, and a salary 20. Okay. Rank 1 minions, the interns come at no cost. Okay. As for the prestige required, we'll cover that later. A minion gains experience by working their way up the ranks. The higher the rank, the more effective they are. The less often they fail accomplish their tasks. In the land of Fang, the units of time is a 10-day week. The circle gradually fills over time. Every 10-day week, all minions receive a salary. It's the orange number, yeah. Minions die when they run out of health and resign when their morale hits the rock bottom. Each minion has specific needs. If these aren't met, health and morale meters will decline.
Master,
Alright.
if I may, isn't it a bit strange for an evil dungeon to have its tavern open to the public?
Ah, yes. Well, it's a convenient way to make some money. But I'm not very good at managing it.
I see. Well, it could prove to be useful.
Yeah, so that's the thing as well. Like, all dungeons in this universe have a tavern because that's their actual main way of making money. Because, like, hiring traps and stuff like that doesn't necessarily, like, having adventures, like, die on your dungeon and stuff is not necessarily the best way to make money. So they actually just have, like, a tavern and a gift shop and stuff like that.
So, have you finished your little tour? You must be in awe of the grandeur of this place.
Yes, well, this dungeon is rather
It's unique, for sure.
That's for sure. But, say, how often do you come by the staff area?
Never. I'm a warlock, not a stable boy. All right, that's enough talk.
Alright.
We'll never be able to retain our staff with such rundown premises, Master.
I have no money to spend on a luxury lounge for my lazy servants.
Oh, but it's a matter of standards. Take the Temple of Wismo, for example. They have 18 toilets just for the servants.
What? Those frauds. Well, do what you must, but don't go overboard. We're not running a hotel.
Let's see. We won't get anywhere without bathrooms, for starters. Chamber pots and manure heaps are so last century.
Alright. And now we have to make a bathroom. I'm assuming this is for... I think it would make sense to put it there. I don't know how much space it takes though. Wait, how does it work? Yeah, okay, it works like this. Trace of walls, be aware the cost of room increases with its size. And they want just 2 latrines, okay. No. Wait, what am I doing? Not sure what I'm doing. No, I want this to be like this. Stop selecting. Wait. Oh, it was too small. Is that it? Oh, anyways, let's just be 2 latrines. Wait. I'm having issues already. How do I unselect it? Okay, make the room. So they're still like telling me to remove the yeah, I mean, I don't want to do more though. Okay. Build a shower room, place the latrines, yeah. And honestly, that's it. The room is too small. Okay, so they do want me to be like make it bigger. Ah, I see. So like 2 latrines. Yeah, I've already put. Alright, so it's not what I wanted to make, but that's whatever. I guess I had to make it bigger. The time is stopped, yeah. But can I? Oh, okay, they're gonna work on it. Doesn't say how many people we have actually, because these guys just straight up work. Do they come from outside the dungeon? I guess they do. But I kind of wanted to make it differently though. But I'll sell it and build it again.
Perfect. We now have a decent bathroom. Now, dormitories with
It's not
beds.
letting me again. Naheulbeuk keeps track of important events in the dungeon. Check it out for more information. Okay. Okay, it's fine. I'll leave it like this. Alright.
I don't pay you.
Dormitory room available.
Speaking of payment,
Later. Super busy, magical research and all that.
I think I'll have to put a little slush fund aside.
Not sure what to put it. I guess I'll put it in here. Alright. And it needs just 2 beds. That will put a couple more. Yeah, just leave it like this. And now obviously I need a door. Alright, we have to wait until they construct it. So obviously at this point I'm just... Wait, what the... What are you doing? This is no longer... This is now a shower room and not a dormitory. It makes no sense. Can I just sell it? It's not letting me sell it. Let me modify it. Okay, first of all. Alright, let's see what they do. Yeah, okay, they're building the whole thing again. They're destroying everything. Alright, now let me make the dormitory again. How small can I make it? Alright, this doesn't work. I mean, let's actually do make it here, but... There you go. So it's not connected, and then we can make a couple of beds. Obviously, eventually we can also keep the room clean, yes. The more stuff we can add, I'm assuming it's going to make it better. Alright, there you go. So again, it's one of those games like always, which is like, you have like a first run where you first understand the controls and then the difficulties and stuff, and then you play it again to make it better. Even though the quarters improvement are complete. Not bad, but very expensive.
But very expensive. We'll have to find some more money. If I'd wanted to go bankrupt, I'd have hired an interior
I hear you, but given the state of the dungeon, I'm not sure how we could defeat a party of adventurers, even beginners.
If we're not up to snuff, it'll be your fault, entirely.
But I just got here and, well, I do serve an evil wizard, not a charity.
Alright, so I'm assuming now we have to make traps and stuff?
We have to develop this tavern to bring in some income.
The old tavern keeper is gone. Yet another ungrateful coward. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I've got better things to do. I must focus on my magical research and developing my management skills.
I can handle it. So let's see. We need tables for customers, equipment for serving food and drink.
In the meantime, I shall subscribe to a few periodical publications about evil dungeon management. We need to get this up to date.
I wonder if he knows what he's doing.
Don't you overspend. We want to extort gold from the poor, not waste our money on furniture for drunkards.
Alright, select the tavern. Tavern attract customers looking to spend their gold. Each item in tavern has a maintenance cost, blah blah blah. Yep. The amount of customers depends on the size of the tavern and the number of seats. Modify the tavern to accommodate 6 additional customers. Alright, so let's start with just more tables. Alright, is that good enough? Going up a crappy dungeon. But it's not a dungeon at this point. There's only a tavern. That's all there is. Alright, big boy. Alright, there you go.
There. Table and sideboard. This should be enough to lure in a few dupes.
I hired an evil dungeon steward, not a lunch lady.
Indeed, master. But we need some revenue. Look, all these customers should earn us some gold.
Alright, any customer? Ooh, that's our first adventure, by the looks of it.
Orloff for debrief, master. Hey, what's with this dull-looking goblin?
Half-goblin? Who is this brute?
He is the dungeon swordmaster and guard commander. So, are you back from the retaliatory raid?
Affirmative. We made it to target location, the so-called Temple of Wismal. Enemy ambush fighting. 100% loss rate on our side. Debrief over.
What? You turkeys!
I was injured 6 times myself. We were expected. I am the guard commander, not a marauder. This requires specific operational preparation.
Clearly. This doesn't speak highly about your abilities.
Who asked you, you withered piece of lettuce?
Silence, you two! Revax is our new steward. As for you, Orloff, maybe I should get a new...
Certainly, sir. But I'll complain to the Guild of Mercenaries and Dungeon Guards. This wasn't in my job description.
Cursed be the bowels of the great Talifern! I'm so sick of these union demands! Beat it, both of you! I'm going back to my research.
I think we'd better try to collaborate. In our mutual interest,
Yeah, affirmative. For now, you little... yes, steward.
Alright.
This failed raid explains why this dungeon is so badly guarded. Anyone can just waltz in. If we want to get rid of adventurers, we should deal with slackers first.
Affirmative. The downsizing caused by the incursion attempt on the Temple of Wismal is weighing on staff rotation. We must recruit new elite guards.
Guards are expensive. I read in Dungeons and Despots that support roles should be outsourced as part of a atomized management of the company's processes.
Don't you mean optimize?
Silence! You know nothing of modern dungeon management vocabulary. As for you, improve the guard, but with no superfluous expense.
We could hire a few interns. They shouldn't cost us much. We'd just have to think about feeding them from time to time.
Affirmative. That's it for now. I'll bring them up to speed. Trust me on that. Attention! At ease.
Alright, I need a guard's room now. Guard's room, okay. So I'm gonna put it close to the entrance. I think here might be good. And I need soldier, specifically human, okay. We'll put a couple. Alright, there you go. So now I'm really making the basic stuff. So I can't afford anything else, but eventually I guess I can make other stuff than humans. I'm assuming this guy keeps talking about research. I'm assuming there is some kind of research as well, right?
Keep asking and the whip will answer.
Oh, these are the different levels of the dungeon, okay. Navigation and alerts. I'm assuming here I'll be able to unlock other stuff. I keep working. Now you got this guy, which you also have to pay. Doesn't have anything to do. Guard locker. Each locker automatically recruits one more guard. They will go about their business until the alarm goes up. When it does, they ultimately go into battle. Okay. Be aware each locker increases the population of the dungeon. The number of guards in the dungeon is always displayed.
Ah, the first interns have arrived. Soldiers,
Alright.
attention! Line
They're
up and
interns, so I
prepare
don't
for
have
the
to
front
pay
rank.
them.
I
Very
only want to
nice.
see one head.
And this is the alarm, I'm assuming. Introducing a pearl in the dungeon, yeah. Alright. Survive the incursion. Do I have to raise the alarm myself, or do they do it? I mean, I'm not finding any button.
Excuse me?
There's our plan in the dungeon. Fight is on the way. Okay, they go in as soon as they enter a room. I guess they're not supposed to. And one of our interns is already dead. Okay, that's pretty good.
Huh?
I'm curious to see how he goes about training them.
Ideally, we should find a pile of dirt and make them dig a hole to bury him. Yep.
But that's absurd!
Negative. This is training through blind obedience. To think is to disobey. Come on the
Think
double,
is to
rookies.
disobey.
Up two, up two, up two.
Alright, I guess they'll want me to make a... What is this? This guy not getting paid or something? What is he complaining about? Cook job available but died in combat, yeah. A strike is underway.
Revax! Why are my minions so agitated? I can't focus in such a ruckus.
One of the servants is on strike, Master. He's protesting against his working conditions.
I could send the guards to slaughter this slacker. Civilians are so entitled.
I'm not sure that's the best approach for retaining competent staff, Master. We must listen to his demands and fulfill them.
I don't care about the specifics. I just need this rocket silenced. Deal with it, or you'll get the whip. Incidentally, there's an article in Dungeons and Despots about the psychological torture of middle management minions.
Okay. The war
May I
his
help you?
demands. The beginning of each 10-day period, strikes can break out in the dungeon with politically disastrous consequences. Strikes have the effect of distressing Zangdar and decreasing the dungeon's reputation. The displayed meter indicates the time remaining before the minion abandons the strike. If this happens, their morale is severely reduced. Okay. Striker Union always displays their demands. With their demands, meet their demands to enter the cave. It's cool. Oof. You know what? Forget it. The demands are unobtainable, I guess. But now, unattainable. Just get rid of the ingrate by firing them. However, firing a minion costs gold. The amount depends on their rank. Alright, that's quite a lot because he's a high rank guy, I guess. He just gets fired. Okay. Remember that. Don't go on strikes because you get fired.
Make an example of him. Still, I should try to make sure it doesn't happen again. It's done, Master. Everything is back to normal.
Well, we don't have a cook now.
About time. Let's move on. I've just been informed that the Temple of Wismal has increased its reputation, while we've been sitting on our haunches whistling nursery rhymes.
But now we don't have a cook, don't we?
We should limit the risk of strikes. The dungeon won't be able to repel adventurers with disgruntled men.
Affirmative. To smash those little snoopers, you need motivated, and therefore well-fed, guards.
These matters are unworthy of a high-level wizard. They're better suited for interns.
Of course, Master. I'll see what I can come up with. But we'll need a cook.
As long as they're not too expensive and can cook sumptuous meals. Bear and beer stew, for example.
It's also necessary to adapt the food to each species. If we serve elfish fare to goblins, they'll start eating the elves too.
Okay. Alright, I need to hire a build Ravek's office. Okay. Ravek's office is gonna be next to the dungeon master, I guess. Smaller it can be. And just a table. There you go. Faster. Place a desk of inhuman resources. We're obviously still negative, we're not doing enough money. Okay, now we can deal with recruitment. Alright. Right now we need a cook. We only have a choice, which is like Alright, we got first cook. Well, we fired the other one. Alright. There he is.
Uglak. Huh?
Ahoy! I heard you're looking for a cook?
Well, yes, but I just hired one. An orc cook. It's the best I could afford. Are you qualified?
I sure am. I've been a cook, a barber, adventurer, surgeon, executioner, and embalmer. I can peel and bone like nobody's business. Mel Boots, here to serve you, with a preference for ale. Anyway, do you have someone for your tavern?
Well, actually, we don't. It is true we could use a good tavern keeper, but my budget's a bit tight.
I'll skim my pay off the take. Come on, you won't regret it. I'll turn it into a first-class boozing den. All of Fang will come here to get hammered. Just gotta keep the dishes real salty.
Gotcha. Relocating towards the bar. March. Hup, two. Hup, two.
Alright, so like an orc. We need to view his information.
Orc likes meat.
Orchestrate carnivorous messy. Minion already determines their special treats and behaviors. Orcs, for example, are carnivorous, which means your kitchen must produce meat dishes. Okay. But you're the cook, so I'm assuming it does make meat dishes. But a carving, okay, carving on in the kitchen. Alright, so I have to edit this, and I need a carving board. There you go. Rotate. Oh, okay, you need to access that. Okay. I can put it. Can I put it there? I can't put it there, actually. Alright. The fact that it has two entrances takes so much space, though. I would personally remove this entrance. Your minions have to eat standing up in the kitchen, which reduces their morale. You can build a canteen to allow them to eat sitting. Alright, so let's try doing that.
We have significantly improved the minions' living conditions. And for cheap, too.
And we'll serve them good. Cheap plunk, hard ale, and sausage that'll dry out your gullet.
What? Who is this individual?
It's, Mel, the new tavern keeper.
Ugh, my patience is running thin. We spend too much on nonsense here, and our reputation is stagnating.
Well, we haven't really done much for the dungeon, that's true though. Only recruiting people.
Hey, no offense, but your dungeon's got quite a stench, don't you think? Reeks like a bunch of dead rats.
What? No, it doesn't. We just cleaned the mess and fired the slackers.
Just saying, but this morning I saw a cockroach so grossed out it puked. Mind you, I'm not the kind to wash the mugs every day or to take more than one bath a month, but hey, there are limits to filth.
It is true that to attract a certain class of customers or servants, we'll need to raise our standards. Cleaning, improving sanitary facilities, and hiring decent domestics.
Yep, exactly.
This is what I like about this. It's just like there's so much to
I know
it
there are a bunch of lettuce munchers who think they're hot dumb.
surrounding the
They don't
actual
mess around
dungeon
with
master.
cleanliness.
Hire an elf servant, okay. Vegetarian, ingenious, kluppish. Uninformed origin can be found in Minion's profile, yeah. I like the shower room to do its information. Room needs item produce dirt, as do the minions when they move around. Depending on their origin or traits, good and bad hygiene affects the morale of the minion. And it indicates to the servant whether the room should be cleaned regularly. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming for certain races they want filth. So I'm assuming in certain cases you might actually want it to not get cleaned. There's one shower in the shower room, okay. So it's finally going to be a shower room. Alright, so we've got that there. Just one. They're only asking for one anyways. What this guy wants. That's very low health. We'll clean that as well.
Speak loud!
Oh, but what might this object in the shower be? A faucet? I see! Fascinating!
Alright, place a vegetable bin in the kitchen, of course, because now it's a vegetarian. So, vegetable bin. I did take care of having an elf. So I guess if you could choose, eventually it would be maybe more logical to try to keep all of the same race.
There, some vegetables to cook. Yep, that's elves for you. Well, at least
Who's this
apples
guy?
and turnips are cheap.
Just a guy in the tavern. Secret entrance.
Relax! The Temple of Wismal had marble columns installed. I just saw the etchings in the Dungeons and Despots magazine.
Oh, not again with that rag.
We need to revamp my dungeon's decor. This is an essential aspect of the prolificacy of this organization's processes.
Productivity, Master? But you said we don't have the funds to...
Just make some improvements, or I'll turn you into a flower pot. And stop contradicting my managerial guidelines, or you'll get your termination notice from Orloff's crossbow.
Alright, so now I gotta add decorations. To the dungeon or to the rather, like, random rooms? I guess to the dungeon. Alright, we'll start. With these, I guess. Corner fences? What is that for? Can I add them to the different rooms as well? I can, okay. So let's add a couple things to the tavern as well, I guess. Statue of Rangdar. I guess we'll add this as well. I don't really know what to add, to be honest. A couple of benches, maybe. I don't know what's the point of that, but whatever. So we'll add 2 more of these. I can't add them there. Honestly, let's just decorate this a little bit. And that's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll add a couple things to the dungeon, I guess. A flower pot. In this here corner. And another one there. Sure, whatever. Guy has to go to, but yeah, but there is a bathroom. Why are you complaining about that? Alright, finished with the decorations. Alright, there you go.
Done, Master. We've installed some marble columns, braziers, and flower pots.
Ah, I'm quite pleased with my choice of decor. I shall write to the Dungeon Owners Association of Fang to share.
I hope this won't get us into trouble.
Alright, next.
Hello, I'm looking for the master of the dungeon of Naheulbeuk.
Well, I am his steward. How may I help?
I'm here about the letter he sent to the Dungeon Owners Association of...
Are you going to publish his article on interior dec...
I don't know. This is a matter for the DOAF Gazette editorial board. I am Doris Mortadella, head inspector of the Dungeons Fund. I'm here for your membership application.
What? The DF? But, we didn't apply for membership. There must be...
Your master wrote to the DOAF. According to DOAF regulations, any such communication is to be considered as a membership application to its parent company, the Dungeons Fund, unless expressly stated otherwise.
But that's... oh, pus and boils! This is utter nonsense! What if we refuse to join?
That is your right. In accordance with the DF regulations, as ratified through case law by all courts in the lands of Fang, we would be entitled to a compensation of 200,000 gold coins.
Entitled to a compensation.
200... What? That's racketeering!
It'd be easier to join the DF like most proper dungeons. I will have your master sign the documents. A measly 412 scrolls for a small dungeon like yours.
Pox and mutant rat!
Remax! In my office! Immediately!
And that's it? No. That was actually... I mean, we have been playing for 40 minutes, but still. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing. So what I like... Obviously, they pretty much didn't show anything. But yeah, I mean, what I like about this is, like I said, there's just so much in this lore of the Naheulbeuk franchise, I guess, that surrounds actually having a dungeon. It's not just having a dungeon, you know? You have all of these councils, you have the unions, you have got all the workers. The workers may or may not like each other, you know, depending on different races, they eat different things. And the main thing is that you have also like the tavern, which is your main sources of money, actually, not the actual dungeon. Just this, that is why from the very, like, from knowing just the Naheulbeuk's franchise, I already knew that making this type of game would be funny, because just It's just completely different, I guess, because it adds so much to it. But anyways, yeah, that was Naheulbeuk's Dungeon Master. I hope you liked it. You can check it out for yourself, the demo. Yeah, you can look it up on Steam. I'll have the link in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.